I think this might be live. What's up, everybody? I'm checking on YouTube right now to make sure. I am doing a live camera live stream test, and I wanted just to include you guys in on it. Let's see. Yeah, we're live streaming. Okay, cool. What's up, everyone? My name's Andrew. If you didn't see the most recent videos, I'm the new guy. I'm the new YouTuber here with lens rentals. I am pulling up the on it. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm pulling up the stream so I can send it to my co-workers. Goodness. So what I am shooting on today is the Canon Powershot V10. It is a pocket-sized Canon camera. It's got a fixed 19mm equivalent lens, a 20 megapixel sensor. It can shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second. Sorry. If you want to do any slow mo, you're going to have to shoot in full HD, and I think you can shoot up to 60 frames per second. I'm really curious to hear what the audio sounds like. I'm really curious to, get feedback from you guys as well. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be monitoring all of this via the Lens Rentals YouTube channel. And I'm sorry about that. I'm listening to myself. That's horrible. So sorry again for that. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about this camera. I am, like I said, just doing a live test. Tell me know how the footage looks. How's the audio sound? Ask me questions about myself or other cameras, or any questions about the most recent 2 videos. One was more of an intro, so if you ask questions about that, it would be about who I am. But if you're curious about the C500 Mark II and the Atlas Orion Prime, the Silver Edition video that we released, I highly recommend you check that out if you haven't. But if you have questions about those, let them rip. I'm looking at the feed right now, and I will also just be editing and doing some other things as well. If you're curious about this camera and my thoughts on this, video will come out in a couple of weeks. Actually, we've been here are shots. What's up? When can I rent the Nikon 180 to 600 millimeter? I don't know. Has it been out of stock? If it's been out of stock, or it's been a popular lens, you just got to kind of be on that, because that stuff flies off the shelf right when it's popular. But I hope you can rent it very soon, and I hope that we can see what you create with it, because that would be super sick. So yeah, this camera is a weird one. I really don't know how to explain it. It reminds me of like 2012 YouTube days, like watching someone like Casey Neistat or Fun for Louie like run around with these little kind of pocket cams and making, I don't know, pretty, I would say not visually amazing videos, shots, because they were great people, but the image quality just leaves a lot to be desired. I'm used to vlogging on things like the R5 with a 15 to 35 zoom lens, right? So it is interesting to have a fixed 19mm lens as well. It's wide. It's great for talking and interacting with, but height, if I bring it close to my face, you can see the distortion it puts around my head. But I think it looks pretty decent. What do you guys think? How do you feel about the image quality? Does it look too distorted to you? How's the audio sound? Just let me know if you have questions. Yeah, so this camera has a few other interesting perks, or like things to it. I would say that the audio, from what I've seen in my edit so far, the audio is pretty solid. Like, it's got these 2 stereo mics on top of the camera, which is great. It's really choppy. Yeah, I wonder if that's the Wi-Fi signal here in the studio. Thanks, Tate, for letting me know. It could be that. It could be just really bad or poor Wi-Fi. But the thing about this is that you can essentially log into the Canon app, the Canon Connect app. You can connect your YouTube channel to it, and then it will literally just start to live stream for you. And I'm actually looking at the playback right now on my screen, and I can see how choppy it is. It seems like, you know, if I move the camera around, obviously it's going to get really choppy. I put my phone next to the camera as well to maybe hopefully. Is that how Wi-Fi works? I don't think that's how Wi-Fi works. But yeah, so you can live stream directly from the camera and your phone to your YouTube channel. It also does Facebook. I wish that it had options for Instagram and TikTok because you know, those are pretty big live streaming platforms, and they're only getting more popular. But you know, I don't know if you guys have interacted with the Canon app before, but if you have, then you know it's not very good. Not very good at all. So yeah, so like I was saying, the 2 stereo mic inputs on this camera are pretty interesting. They're beefy. There is a mic jack as well if you wanted to go and have a microphone, like external microphone. Obviously, you're not going to put like a Rode boom mic like on it, like one of those Rode video, you know, the vlogger mics. But you can, you know, do a lav mic if you wanted to, and maybe hold it. Or I did in the video figure out a little hack to attach a Rode Video Mic Pro to the camera that doesn't make or it's got one button on the front. This camera has a button on the front of it, and it's just the record button. There's no controls at all on the front of this camera. All the controls are on the back. I'm just gonna give you some more gripes that I have with this camera. I wish that the back of the camera has a like 4-directional wheel, but you can just like kind of tap and make it go in certain directions, and that's annoying. I wish that it spun. What do I like about this camera? I don't want to be like I'm complaining too much. What do I like? What do I like? It's okay. I've really enjoyed just shooting with it. Honestly, it's been incredibly fun just to run around with. I think this is a great feature, right? This live stream thing with literally just like log into your phone, and maybe if you have better internet quality, then it would be seamless. What else? Keeps the camera compact. Also, I don't have this on a tripod. It has its own little built-in tripod, which is kind of cute and kind of fun. Like it's just, you just pull it down and it just pops your camera up, so you can get some fun shots with it. Today I ran around IKEA for a little bit. Sorry, I'm actually using the Canon Powershot V10. I don't have an extra one, but what I'll do is I will post some of the photos. I'll just take some photos of it and post it into our community page. That way you can check it out and see for yourself. And like I said, we have a video coming out on this camera like middle of September, because we got videos coming out, y'all. We got lots of videos coming out, which I'm really excited for. We have a ZV, every ZV camera, like relevant ZV camera in 2023. We are launching that video on Monday. And then we have a Fuji video, and we'll have a Nikon video. We got some stuff coming out, so I'm excited for you guys to see it. But yes, this is the Canon, what I'm live streaming on right now is the Canon Powershot V10. If you want to check this out, I will send you a link to our product page on our website, because it is, like I said, a really weird camera, and I feel like to really appreciate my thoughts on this, you've got to click the link. You've got to click the link and you've got to see this thing, because it's so weird. Yeah, it's so weird. So it's also a 1-inch sensor, if you were curious about that. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I mean it's a good camera. I've been really enjoying it. not so bad. But in my video, I was saying I was running around this morning just trying to like film in an area that I thought was going to have a lot of like really like not dynamic lighting, but like a lot of inconsistent lighting, whether it be temperature, amount, direction, right? So I went to IKEA this morning, and the camera, because these cameras are so, because they can't really, 1-inch sensor, 20 megapixel 1-inch sensor, that's better than a phone, right? But it's not as good as what we're used to with our like ZVE ones or the Nikon 89, the Canon R5, right? Those cameras can do so much in so many varying environments. This camera can keep up in those environments, but the image quality just ultimately goes away, right? Like you're not able to push, you know, the camera super far. So anyway, this has been just a really quick test. I wanted to make sure I tested this and got this up. And so if you have more questions about the Canon Powershot V10, ask me, let me know. And if you want to just be patient and wait, the video comes out middle of September. There is a, how would I say this? There's like a 20% chance after shooting with this camera for the past 48 hours, right, that I could be convinced to like rent this on a regular basis and or purchase one for myself. The cons, like I mentioned before, of the Powershot V10 are that it's not big and awesome like those other cameras. The pros of it is that it's not big and awesome like those other cameras. It's small, it's discreet. You can look like you're not, like it looks like you're kind of using, like it's not a phone. It looks like a weird, almost like a old tape recorder. So, so you know, people aren't gonna know what you're doing. You can adjust the flip screen to almost be like a waist level viewfinder, so you can have it so that it, you know, you're looking down on it when you're filming, and that kind of gives interesting experience. So yeah, any other questions? Any questions you guys have for me being the new guy? I thought it'd be fun to live stream my first week as well. Have you guys had a chance to check out the video? Anything like that? It's okay if not. Yeah, I have not been a big kind of on me a bit, because they are these used to, right? It kills me as someone who loves color grading and loves shooting, you know, log and converting that to Rec 709 and then going in and doing a color correction and then a proper grade. Like I don't get to do any of that really with these kind of cameras because they're not meant for that kind of application, right? So it just makes it a little less dynamic and beautiful. But other than that, it's not so bad. I'm gonna give this live stream just a few more minutes as well, unless you guys have any other questions. Drop them in the chat. I'm having a great time, by the way, y'all. Thank you. Very kind of you. Super great to meet you too. I'm like having a blast creating content. We just have, like I said, so much more coming down the pipeline. We're gonna try to like give this a mix of like really mainly what I want to focus on is like hands-on creativity and creation with the stuff that we have, right? I can give you a spec list and we can talk about, you know, all those different things, and those things are incredibly valuable. But I mean, guys, like we gotta know, right? We gotta see these things in action, because if you're considering renting stuff, right, you have to know what it can do and what you can do with it. And so yeah, like on paper it's really specs, but it's always helpful for me is to see application and say, oh yeah, I would definitely do that, or I would definitely rent that piece of gear, versus, you know, maybe how they shot that, I'll do something different. At least you'll know. So we're trying to do that. We're trying to marry the two, like just hands-on with good information. So I am having a blast. The team is really great too. I'm hoping to get more of my team in the mix my marketing team, the marketing team I'm a part of, because they are just lovely people, all of them. So probably maybe on camera, I don't know what they do. So anyway, yeah, sorry for the choppy video. That's because I am, if you missed this, if you're just now joining, I am live streaming directly from my Canon Powershot V10 that I rented. There's a link in the chat if you're curious about that. And I am streaming it directly from that camera and the Canon Camera Connect app. So this is going to be great content for the YouTube video that comes out, because I'm going to complain and gripe about the fact that the video is choppy. Maybe it's not Canon's fault. Maybe it's more my Wi-Fi's fault. In the location that I'm at, there's a lot of density, so maybe I'm just, you know, having to compete with a lot of other signals. But, you know, this has been really cool. I think we're going to wrap it there. Thank you so much for just popping in for a little bit. For those of you who commented, great to meet you. Great to hear from you. So this is, if you're curious, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is the screen that the Canon Connect app gives you via the V10. So this is telling me that I'm live streaming. It's telling me that I could look at the video. I mean, in application, this is pretty sick. Like this is great, right? For anyone who just wants to go live, you put your camera up. I'm feeling the camera. It's warm, but it's not like overheated or anything like that. Yeah, and I can just stream immediately. Like that's amazing. So I'm sending everybody the live here so that the team can see it if they want to. But yeah, I hope that this was interesting and helpful for you guys. If live stream, like live camera review stuff is something that you are interested in, I think that'd be really fun. And we can actually probably do it better, get a stronger, secure connection, and something like proper. I think that'd be really cool. So if you watch this video, you know, at another time, or if you are in here now and you want to just like, if you want more of that, just drop a yes in the chat, because that would be kind of sick. And then we could like do things, unbox things, and as a camera, we go really fun. Other than that, y'all, I'm gonna wrap it here. Thanks for hanging out, Len Journal's channel. Again, last little plug. This was the Canon Powershot V10 live streamed directly from the camera and my phone. Sorry for the choppy video, and I will see you next Monday. A Sony video drops, so get ready. All right, end the stream. I promise. I said it a million times. Here we go. End the stream. 5, 4,